Good evening, everyone. So, the main reason I'm doing this case tonight is going to be Amber Guyger, and then it's going to be Botham John is going to be because it's been a highly requested case recently. So, I don't know much about it, so I looked up a few things, but I want to welcome everybody to the room and thank you for everybody who's here and who has been waiting. I greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and do a basic spread and kind of see what was going on. Because I kind of listened to a couple of the news clips of her energy to see her picture and her body language. But it's still really kind of thrown off a bit. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because the reason why is because I live at the same apartment. I live a complex that I lived at 6 years ago. In the exact same layout. So I'm kind of finding it hard to believe that no matter how tired you were or no matter how whatever you were, you don't have the key to that apartment unless he left it unlocked. I didn't see if he had left it unlocked or not. But then I also heard rumors of her saying, "Let me in" to somebody. And that's when they heard the gunshots and then supposedly a man's voice. So that's something we're going to look into. But basically, Amber Guyger was found a murder on September. Well, it was murder. The murder was done on September 6th of 2018. She was an off-duty police officer, and she entered to a Dallas apartment complex, which was the apartment complex that she lived in as well. So she had shot a 26-year-old accountant, Botham, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, Sean, and fatally shot him. So he was also a big part of his church around Dallas. And she said it was thought to be her apartment. But again, I kind of find that hard to believe. She says she lived on the 3rd floor. He lived on the 4th floor. Whether the layouts be identical or not, I've lived in an identical layout to the apartment I live in now. And there's no way I could walk into my apartment and get confused where I am. Especially if you're supposed to be a police officer and observant. So that was a little bit of some of the things that I really didn't think. Yeah. Like I said, it's close to the Watts case. It's probably why it didn't get as much of attention as I think it probably should have. But basically, she was found guilty of murder, and then the next day she received a 10-year prison sentence, and it raised issues. She tried to raise issues to have a retrial, but so as far as I know, it's all been put off. So again, she was off duty when she went into the apartment and ended up shooting him and murdering him. And this was in Dallas, Texas, of September 6th of 2018. So she had also, from my understanding, been previously charged in a racial kind of incident through her job. So I don't know if that's something that, I imagine that's something that worked against her a lot. So, we're going to kind of go ahead and see what was going on. If there was any issues maybe that they were having, something that might have happened days, weeks, months leading up to it, to where she felt the need that she wanted, or I don't know. Because when I looked at the pictures of him, I don't really feel like it was a complete accident. And I know I'm not just saying that because of what she's saying about walking into the apartment and not recognizing it or anything like that. It's more or less just because the whole thing sounds like a good load of crap to me. So as y'all come in, if y'all can give it a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate it. We're going to be doing the reading for it's going to be for Botham Sean, and he was murdered by Amber Guyger, and this was in September 6th of 2018. So it is she has been sentenced for murder. So I just kind of want to see what was going on because it's been a highly requested case recently. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying down the main board. See what was going on. Let's see how y'all are doing too. Welcome Dana and Tara, Lisa, Darlene, Ken, Dining Gypsy, Crystal, and Rosie. How are y'all doing? And welcome to everybody coming into the chat room. So I was going to record it, but I figured since she had already been sentenced, hi Michelle, how are you? Yeah, well, because it was in September of 2018, and then the Watts stuff happened in October, so I think it kind of got put a little bit on the back burner, kind of like the Kyron Horman, kind of like whenever Casey Anthony thing happened. It was around the same time, and a lot of people didn't really, I think, recognize that case was going on because, unfortunately, not unfortunately, because it needed to be, obviously looked at itself, but some of the other cases were kind of being looked at more. Hi, Meg R12. How are you? Yeah, I didn't see much about that kind of stuff. But either way, the problem is with her story, is what the problem is. And I'm assuming it, I don't want to assume, but I know most of the time when you live in an apartment complex and there's a police officer that lives there, they're usually living there for free. They're kind of like on property. Like if something comes of an emergency, they call them and they're there. Now, I'm not saying that's why she lived there. I know where I live, they do that. So, she could have just known a lot of people's business. Yeah, but I think she probably knew that, is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she talked to him a lot more. I don't know what she claimed, how much she knew him, but I think she lied about that. So, I did try to study their pictures as much as I could. I said I was going to go ahead and do a reading on the floor for it, like I said, but since she's already been convicted, I kind of wanted to go ahead and see just what was the whole plan about anyways. So, let's go ahead and ask for Amber Guyger spirit guides to come in, and then as well as Botham John's, and then my spirit guides, and then also any ancestors and archangels, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, that would like to come in, as well as Source, to give us a clear picture on what happened on the months, weeks, days, and leading up to the murder. And then I am going to say a murder because I do think she did do it on purpose. I do. I don't know why. I feel like there might have been a previous conflict, or for some reason there was something that she just did not like about the individual. And the only reason I say that is because she gave off a very negative energy from her picture, which he did not. Totally different energies. So I'm kind of interested to see what was she thinking the days, weeks, and months leading up to it, and how much contact they actually had. So I know what's going on the days, weeks, and months leading up to it. All right, so somebody was trying to put an ending to some type of bickering. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they were only a floor apart. So I don't know if they lived directly above each other or where they lived, but I feel like maybe something had happened to where maybe she felt that she had to be called out to deal with a certain situation, and she didn't had to like put it down, the Five of Wands, and kind of in the bickering and fighting, and for whatever reason, she kind of involved herself in that, is kind of how I feel. Yeah, I read that too. She was dating, and then they said whenever she was, I don't remember if they said she was on trial or where she was, but she was sending texts apparently to an affair. Yeah, and here's that too. So whenever the murder was happening, she was having the affair. This is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So she was overindulging in things. I think she was using drugs, to be honest. I don't know why, of some sort. Or it could have just been overindulging in alcohol, because it's a cup sign, so it's known for emotions. A lot of times it's a chalice, so you put wine in the chalice, things like that. But most of the time, water signs are going to be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it is known for a little bit of the alcohol. So but it can be used for overindulging, especially when in the Seven of Cups. So that's what she was doing whenever the murder happened. So how she feels now is that her energy has been taken away. I don't know what her age was, but I think she did something immaturely, and that's what ended up in the murder. I think she thought it would be a good idea and that she could get away with it because the swords is authority. It can represent authority. It can represent law. And that is what she was. She was a police officer. So I think she felt like she could probably get away with it, and it would go smoothly. Hi, Witchy Bitchy. How are you? And Tim R. So the day that, like the weeks, days, and months leading up, she very much tried to enforce her authority upon him because this is the emperor. So that way she was making him know that that was her empire. So basically, like I said, to me, this would represent a stairwell. I'm looking at it almost kind of like an apartment complex, like where they lived. I know he was a floor above her. So I'm looking at it like she felt that, she wanted to be the biggest one. She wanted to kind of run the complex. She didn't like, it's more fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, as far as to him. So she's a bit upset with him. So let's go ahead and see why the Seven of Cups is here. Because there was overindulgence going on and she had to let go. So basically, there was 4 things, or at least, something that she treasured very closely within the earthly realm that she needed to let go of. And maybe she figured by going ahead and maybe he saw something or knew something that she didn't, because he lived so close to her. I said, welcome to everybody. Y'all come in the room. Yeah, because where she is now, she has no victory. I mean, obviously she's in jail, so there's no way she could have a victory. But it's because of her actions, what she did. Like I said, she used her authority to try to do what she wanted, and it worked against her. So let's go ahead and see how she feels now as the Emperor. Oops. So right before she got ready to, or presently before the murder, she felt that there was no new beginning and that she wanted to rest from a situation. So I don't know if she felt like there was some type of argument going on, again, because it's the 5 of Wands in reverse with the Emperor. She wanted to take on the Emperor energy. She didn't like that he had it because so many people liked him and he fit in so well. So she wanted to end that. She wasn't happy with that. And then she wanted it to stop, to rest, to be put to bed. And again, she's using the sword, the legal system to do so. She says she's using her badge, authority. Sorry, I dropped my pen. So let me go ahead and see what we got for the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever came out, there was overindulgence going on with her and she had to let it go. So basically, probably maybe she could have got caught like overindulging within the police station and doing something wrong because secrets came out. So this is the mother of the zodiac, Cancer, but it is a water sign again, and that's what she was kind of dealing with in the very beginning. She was overindulging in these water signs. So it finally got released in the earthly realm and all these secrets came out. So maybe she felt that he outed her about some stuff. So that could have been what she was upset about. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and keep clarifying. Find out what it was that was outed. So why is the 6 of Wands in reverse? Because somebody had to make a choice. Whether to do something or not to do something. To me, this is whether to move on and not commit the murder or to move on and do it. But I still feel like she wants to keep trying to get out. Like she's still going to keep trying to blame it on the fact that it wasn't I thought it was my apartment, not his. Like, my apartment, not his. My apartment, not his. So it's kind of like she's playing that game still. I do think she'll still probably, I don't know how many appeals you can have. I don't know. But I do think she will try to do that again if she can in the near future. She'll always try to get out. Yeah. Well, this so much doesn't have to do with the affair. This so much has to do with the murder. I mean, we can do a separate thing with the affair, but that does show her mental state. And this is going to be the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore. The first one we use is the Gilded Tarot Royale by Sarah Machete. But, or she could have been, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, she could have been looking at the relationship with him or her. But this is more how she feels now. So maybe she made that decision between the relationship and him. But it more or less seems like she could have not gone to jail or she could have had her freedom. So, I mean, if you just have an affair, most of the time you don't go to jail is what you do to make the affair keep going. So let's go ahead and see what she was feeling the days, weeks, months, and leading up, the day of, and then how she felt after. How she's feeling right now, sitting in jail. That's what I'm saying, Lisa. And then you're going to say you don't recognize your own apartment? BS. Sorry, it's too many that fell out. Of course you recognize your own apartment. As I'm saying, like there's all kinds of layouts around me of the same apartment, and there is no way that I would get them mistaken. All right, so yeah, she only got 10 years. So with the 5 of Wands in reverse is going to be the 4 of Cups. So basically, she was upset with something. She was obsessed with something that this person had that she didn't have. And honestly, I think it was being a good person. I think she was a narcissist and she tried to fit in with people very well, but she didn't know how to. And probably had a lot of social problems. So whenever she noticed that he fit in very well up here with everybody else. She was very obsessed with that. So she wanted to just fit in as well. Just 1 second, please. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and then clarify the 7 of Cups for how she was feeling whenever she committed the murder. Again, in somebody else's apartment who she claimed was her own. So this means she did it on purpose. This is the Queen of Swords in reverse. This is going to represent law, again, with the swords, because it represents the judicial system, which is what she came in her uniform. She did say, "Let me in." She knocked several times. And then whenever she did, she started firing, from what I understand, from the neighbors. And then that's when they heard a man's voice. So I don't know if she was under the influence of some sort, or if she was just that angry at this individual for whatever reason. Let's see. The 4 of Pentacles being released the day of the murder. The reason why is because, again, the Knight of Swords. So she came in to make, she didn't like that he was so well liked within the earthly realm, and she felt that she deserved more credit than him. So with the Knight of Swords, I feel like she kind of rushed in with the Queen of Swords energy, and not only did she, and again, I would say he would be the more Knight of Swords because of his age. And I know 26 can be pages, but he was mature for his age. But she did, like, he possessed the things that she didn't, that she wanted. And that's kind of like, you know, with the 4 of Pentacles coming out, there was something that he knew that she didn't want people to know, which is why the moon's here. So why is the Knight of Swords here with the moon? And the Hermit. So this is Virgo. So this is going to be someone who's going to introspect. So once she was going to go ahead and commit the murder, she tried to find out a way to make it seem like she didn't do it on purpose. Like, again, she kept saying that it was usually hermits introspect into their own homes, their own places, their own surroundings. That's what makes them comfortable, right? So she tried to kind of pull a hermit, a Virgo, card to try to make herself feel more comfortable. So let's see why the Emperor is here. Why is the Emperor here for how she felt the days leading up to? She feels the Emperor on the Emperor. And then she does have the Lovers. So I don't know. Maybe she was kind of not only jealous of him, but kind of wish she could have been with him, but he wouldn't have given her the time of day. That's a good chance because she wanted the Sun. She wanted a brand new start. She wouldn't get it with them, though. It's in reverse. So she had to rest about it. So maybe she tried to advance towards him and he turned her down. So let's see. Yeah, because there was no equal give and take to something in the Page of Pentacles. So there was no equal give and take, so that's why there was no brand new start, because she wasn't going to let him have a brand new start without making it feel like it was fair to her. Because I said, I don't know how well they knew each other. I feel like they talked to each other quite a bit, or at least they did at one point. And the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this would kind of almost... I don't know what his birth date is, but this is going to be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's in reverse, but I kind of feel like it's more her energy. So again, she's coming in feeling unbalanced, and she wants things to be balanced out. But with the Knight of Swords, she kind of showed on the outside that it didn't bother her, but on the inside, she was feeling like whatever offer she kept giving him was being turned down, and she didn't like that. Maybe she wasn't used to being, I don't know. Maybe she thought he wouldn't turn her down. So now she feels the Page of Swords in reverse, which also, again, represents, the legal system because of the swords. So even though the Page of Swords is in reverse, she wants to feel back into the Queen of Pentacles energy. So here's more earth energy. So she wants to be back in the earthly realm, away from behind bars. So she's a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So that's how she feels where she is. Actually, she seems to be fitting in quite well where she is. Otherwise, she'd be reversed because she's in jail. And she has no victory, but she doesn't seem to realize. She doesn't seem, or she don't seem to care. Yeah, because here's the Sun again in reverse. So she knows that she has no victory, and she knows she has no brand new start, but she still doesn't care because she has the 2 of Pentacles, and she had to make a choice. I don't really feel like she had to make a choice. I feel like she's like, well, I had, to her, it wasn't like, if I do this, then it's bad, or it's something I shouldn't have done, or whatever. It was kind of like, well, I did what I got to do. I did what I had to do. Yeah, because here's the Page of Swords. So now that Page of Swords is coming with the 2 of Pentacles. 2 earthly items. This could be him and her. And then the Page of Swords is here to usually give an offer to someone between their 20s and 30s. But which I think he was 26. But they were coming in with so I think whenever she came in to try to pretend as if it was her apartment, that he did somewhat kind of get a little bit defensive and be like, "What are you doing here?" And I think that kind of pissed her off just a little bit more. So but I don't think it was an accident. I do think she knows where she was going, what she was doing. I just don't know how well they knew each other before all this happened. But it was on purpose, from what I get. Yeah, I mean, it was a murder. I mean, you can't say that you walked in as a police officer and you didn't know where you were. As I said, I live in the exact same layout of apartment I did 6 years ago. Like, no BS. Exact layout, everything, same apartment complex, everything. My freaking 12-year-old son wouldn't get confused. So how the hell do you get confused as a grown adult? That's what I'm saying. That was planned. Like I said, I just feel like they knew each other a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe they did date and he didn't want to talk to her no more. I don't know. Because the lovers is here. So it's almost like she thought there was going to be something more than what there was. And then we'll pull some oracle cards. And then we also have to pull for the deck for tonight for everybody. So I put everybody who put their names into the email into this bowl here. And then y'all will just have to email me under the True Crime Tarot Talk at Gmail. So we're going to pull some oracle cards. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. I mean, it's like if you walked into your house though, Dana, you couldn't tell the difference between your house and somebody else's. Like, even if you had, I mean, you don't have the same decor. Most of the time, the color of the house is different. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, it was okay for them to not take care of the issue, because they should have. But for her to be a police officer, have to be observant, do all these things, like, she should have looked at her surroundings more. Like I said, you don't aim at anything you don't intend to kill. And if you don't know where you are, I don't know. I just feel like there was something else going on with her that she didn't know where she was then, or she planned it. That's it. Whether she was doing something she shouldn't have been doing, and that's why she don't know where she was, or she just don't want to tell the truth. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's too many things. Like I said, was she coming off of duty? Should she have not been, like, drunk or, like, anything like that, having any issues? So I just don't see how you can walk into an apartment and not know it's not your apartment. Like, I can see, like, maybe going out for the 4th of July, being out all day long with your buddies and, like, coming home and, like, coming out to the exact layout and being like, hey, you know? But, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing, too. But, like, to sit there and completely act as if you don't know this ain't your apartment, like, yeah, so I said on something or doing something that she shouldn't have been doing. Like, it just, because even her mugshot, I mean, she looked like she'd been drunk or something. Empathic starseed, energetic severity, absorbing what's not yours. So he's saying basically don't absorb her negative energy. What she did is not a part of what the universe and what the collective is truly like. So don't let that negative energy block whatever it is that you're trying to bring in for yourself. Another one. Double mission. Light worker starseed, serve the world by being you. So that is what he is doing, where he is. He is serving the world from where he can in the universe by being him. You can see his gold eyes, the gold lips, it kind of stands out. And then we'll see if we can get, like, a fortune card and see if we can get any, like, you know, who did it cards, but we'll see what we get. Sorry, my nose itches. All right. So this is also going to be Bachelor Marchetti. I don't know where the box is. Oh, it's the Kipper deck. Yeah. I I don't know if she was texting the guy when she walked in. I did see where she was texting the guy and having the affair. But the thing is, like I said, just to me to go all the way from the beginning of the apartment to the bedroom, and then him like even call out and be like, "You're in my apartment," and then some of the neighbors said she said, "Let me in," and she was banging on the door. It don't really look good for her. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get any cards that might tell us something about what was going on in that area. Again, this is more of a fortune-telling deck, so we'll see what we can get out of it. So there was a main male, which I do believe was him, because he was the main male of the situation, and he had very high honors, and he did where he was from. He was looked at very highly, and he still is. So he was looked at within his community, which he was well known, which in the church community, and he was well known for his occupation. He was an accountant. He was a very good accountant. So actually, this is him coming out for himself just to say what he was and what he remembers and what he was most proud of about himself. Yeah, I don't know if it's true what the neighbor said or not. But either way, I mean, she knew it wasn't her apartment, so. It's like she had to walk all the way from the front to the back. Like I said, I highly doubt this dude didn't stop her and be like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? And again, she's a police officer, so when you're taught to have a gun or use a gun or do anything like that, and you aim at somebody and you're going to shoot at them, then you better make sure that you're ready to kill them. So unless you're sure you're in your apartment, which did she ever walk into the wrong apartment before? Like, was it the first time? Like, it's just like kind of one of those things, you know what I mean? Like, did she know him before? Did they date before? Like, there's a couple things I didn't, I said, again, it's an older case, so it didn't have a whole lot of details other than her sentencing, where the apartments were, how one floor was above the other, things like that. But I didn't really see anything of how much they knew each other before or anything like that. Yeah, she ignored her training is basically what it was. She got him as he got up off the living room couch, which he was eating ice cream. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Who the hell is gonna break into somebody's house and then sit on? I mean, it happens. Trust me, I know it does. But I've heard crazy stories where people will break into people's houses, eat their food, wash their dishes, and then leave. I have no clue. I've heard it, but I just know always going into my apartment, as soon as I've gone into my apartment, I just feel like I know it's my apartment. So I kind of feel like I think he knew something or saw something or something like that. Especially because he only lived, I don't know if he lived directly over her or not. Well, she could have said she didn't know him. That doesn't mean she didn't. He's dead, so he can't tell you if he knew her or not. And, I mean, it might not have been something he shared with his family. I mean, you never know. They lived a floor apart. I mean, it's almost like saying I don't know my downstairs neighbor. I do. I know all my downstairs neighbors. So, especially if she was, again, I don't know if she was living there for free, because I know some of the police officers that live here for free, they stay here for free. But again, I mean, to only live a couple of apartments or even a floor away from each other, she definitely knew he was there. So she might have said she didn't, but she's lying. So, yeah, it's just tragic and sad. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter how long she lived. It says that she knew who he was. Especially if you live above or below somebody, you definitely know who they are. Especially because the people below me, I'm sure they hear me. So they hear me when I come downstairs. And then if I were to have somebody above me, which I have, I know them because I hear them constantly, And I met them all within a week or two of being at the apartment. So 2 months is not a long time or a short time to be living anywhere. I'm just saying I think she's lying. And that's my own intuition. That's my own, what I'm picking up. And so I'm going to go with my gut and my spirit guide. So I think that she knows who he was. And I think she's lying. So we're going to go ahead, though, real quick and do the spirit animal oracle draw, since everybody's here who's pretty much in it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is going to be the deck that we're giving away. This is a free giveaway. So I put everybody's name who entered into a bowl. So this is everybody's name. So I'm just going to kind of pretty much draw from the bowl. So that way nobody like gets upset. Like everybody can see it. All right, same one. Okay, so this is for Natalie Z, but I don't think Natalie is here tonight. So Natalie Z loves Ted Bundy. So she's been with me since in the back October. So Natalie Z won the Spirit Animal Oracle. And then next month, we will be giving away another one. I think I had it written down in a poll. So tomorrow, I will show the next giveaway deck for next month. Hi, Lori. How are you? Why are you confused? Oh, yeah, the bowl was from last month. Today was the final drawing day. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Yeah, so that's going to be all. Gail, go ahead and message her to let her know that she won the Spirit Animal Oracle. And then I'll see how she wants to ship it. And then next, like I said, tomorrow we'll pick out a different one. And tomorrow, actually, too, I'm doing the generals again for all the elements. So we'll do the general signs probably in the afternoon or the evening for fire, water, earth, and air. So we'll do that again. I'm gonna do it once a month, every month. So it'll be for 4 weeks, give or take. I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, well, this bowl's already done. So tomorrow, when I figure out which deck it is that I'm going to give away, then I will let y'all know. Like I said, it's just a giveaway. They're free. Like I said, people just email me, kind of let me know they're interested. Sometimes they are interested in the deck. Sometimes they're not. So, but if you're interested in the deck that I'm going to be giving away, then you can go ahead and just kind of email me under my business account that's in my about section, and you can let me know just to put your name in it. And so that's how you win that. So, does anybody have any questions about the spread? Besides the fact that she was not telling the truth. And I don't, like I said, to me, it feels more like she was jealous or there was a relationship thing or like a power struggle is what I pick up of some sort. Or just, like I said, just knowing something that he should know. I don't know. There was something that she just, she didn't like him for whatever reason. So thank you, Lisa. I said, y'all come into the room. Like I said, I greatly appreciate it if y'all can give it a thumbs up. So that way, if anybody else is interested in helping give us some information on this case, I would greatly appreciate it. I said, it would add more substance to the chat. And then that way we can also bring in information that we might not have that could help us, figure some more stuff out. Thank you, Tara. I really didn't, thank you, Rosie. Like I said, I really didn't get a chance to look too much into exactly what happened other than the fact that she went into the apartment, but that was almost enough. Hi, Crystal. How are you? She did, Witchy, but she did look like she was messed up on something. And the way she's like pacing the whole, I mean, I understand your adrenaline's going and all that kind of stuff too, but like, I don't know. It just seems not right. You know what I mean? Her body language wasn't right. So oh yeah, I do private readings. Everything's in my about section. Jocelyn, like I said, everything. If you go to my about section on my main page, it'll have the price list, the payment forms, and then what kind of readings that I do. I didn't get to hear the 911 call yet, Lisa. No way. Huh. I'd have to look at that. I didn't hear about that. Maybe that's why they had the two pictures. I saw a picture of two guys and a girl, so that might have been the other person. I missed something. Oh, you're having a boy. Congratulations. So I want to congratulate Meg R12. A few weeks back, she did a reading to see if she was going to have a boy or a girl. We did that she would have a boy, and she just found out she's having a boy. So we want to congratulate her and her family. So congratulations, Meg R12, and to her new baby boy. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that worked out for you. Well, not worked out for you, but I'm glad it aligned for you. Tara, you're too cute. You don't have any kids dining? I thought you did. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you had a kid. I feel like I'm going through these spreads so fast. It's like 40 minutes. It used to take me like an hour. I don't know why I always do this and pull the computer really far away. Sorry, y'all. Hey, TT, how are you? How's school? I know, we hadn't seen you in a while, but you're doing school though, right? So that's important. Oh yeah, my oldest is gonna be 13, and then my youngest will be 3, so they're quite spread out. Oh, that's right. You're one of the grandbaby. Okay. I'm actually just gonna try to use the shell. I actually don't know where I put the lighter. I've never used the shell, so if I catch anything on fire, don't worry. I got a fire extinguisher. So I'm gonna grab a lighter so we can do a smudge. All right, so we're going to attempt to do this. Hopefully it doesn't like catch completely on fire. I am using sweetgrass. There is some Palo Santos in here, sage, and then I'll put the Palo Santos aside. So this is going to be Abolitian shell or Abalonian shell. Sorry, I butchered everything. My bad. So like I said, there's sage. Like I said, I know this one uses a feather for the traditions of Native Americans. So we're going to try this one. Hopefully it works. Don't catch the place on fire. Again, because I've never really used sweetgrass before. So we'll see how that works out. It's probably meant mainly for sage, but I did want to burn the sweetgrass because I haven't really got to do that yet. So I wanted to see how that smelt as well with the sage. All right. It's going to be Palo Santos or Palo Santo. Excuse me. Scared the shell is going to fall out. So this is just like a smudging cleansing process. Yeah. You probably have to use just sage in here. So next time we'll use sage instead of sweetgrass. I'll use the sweetgrass for the smudging bowl. I don't know why the Palo Santos don't want to stay lit though. Usually does. Which kind of just knock some of the smoke around if we can, just to clear the energy. And later on, I'll go ahead and smudge again. But I kind of want to show you how you do it in the shell. It's just a little bit different. And then you use the feather instead. I said, but I think I put too much sweetgrass. So, but that is how that is going to be done. And you kind of go around your house and smudge it the same way you would the smudging bowl or a cleansing bowl. So, that is going to be that different process from what we normally do. So I'm going to move that over here so it can burn. Just 1 second. Make sure it doesn't fall everywhere. Okay. I missed you too, TT. That's all right, TT. Just whenever you're ready. I knew you were in school. It's busy. I did radiography school for a while. It takes up a lot of time. Yeah, I like the shell too. It's super pretty. Like I said, I hadn't used the sweet braid in it. I just got it. So, but next time I said I'll just use the sage and the Palo Santo, so it'll burn better. And then actually I got the Palo Santo spray anyways. So since I said the sweetgrass doesn't want to stay lit, we can go ahead and just spray the area too to knock out any negative energy. And I'll kind of go over the cards. Yeah, school is definitely a priority. I agree. It's very important. School comes first. Okay, I'll move that back over there. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Yeah, so I went ahead and sprayed the Palo Santo. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Oh, and we'll do the singing bowl too, because we just got done with the reading. Sorry, that was loud. All right, so that's going to be the singing bowl. And that will end the reading. We did, we tried to smudge the best we can, but sweetgrass isn't that great to smudge with on its own. With sage, it doesn't stay lit. So I know that for next time. But we did get to use our shell, so, and our feather. Thank you, Lisa. So, my kid's not really ready for bed yet, so I'm probably going to have to get ready to sign out soon because he's not ready for bed. So, but do y'all have any questions about that spread? Because I know, like I said, a lot of people are interested in that reading, or in that particular. I'll tell Rex hi. I think he's somewhere asleep. I think he's sleeping in the window. But I'll tell him you said hi. And welcome in, Jennifer. No, I still haven't got a P.O. box. You're the second person to ask me that today, so I so know I need to get one. But I don't know. I just haven't got one. I don't know. I've been there a bunch of times. I'll talk to you in a bit too, Lisa. Like I said, I'm going to be on for a little bit longer, but then I'm going to go ahead and sign off. You're welcome, Tara. And thank you. Thank you, Witchy Bitchy, for being here. What are you cooking? Just curious. I'm sure it's good. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello? Andrew, get ready for bed, babe.
We've got to go for a car ride.
We will.
Okay, Mom, we will. I need some underwear in my pants.
Okay, well, go give me your toy.
I don't know, Mom.
I'll get it. Just 1 second. I'll get it in a second. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. My son's looking for something. Yes, again, you're welcome, Tara and Rosie, Lisa, TT. I know I said tonight, I know the live isn't very long, but yeah, that sounds good. That's a good reason to miss a live. Strawberry cheesecake. So that sounds good. I haven't had cheesecake in a long time. I love cheesecake. I got Snickers cheesecake, and that was my favorite. Are you making kebabs? Those are good. I like those. Well, all right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and help my son get ready for bed. He's looking for a couple things.
I need to go for a car ride, Mom.
Okay, just 1 second, baby.
Mom, just 1 second.
Okay. Oh. I actually don't like berries too much. So I'm more kind of, I like the Snickers one. Obviously, I think for one they had praline one for a while. That one was really good. I love pralines. But yes, you have a lovely night too, Michelle. Like I said, thank you for joining us for the reading. I greatly appreciate it. And then I hope it gave, some people some clarity on that case that we're looking for it. Oh, I know. So I was like, what are you making? So I was like, I bet you it's good. All right, well, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Like I said, but I want to thank y'all again for joining me for the reading. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, then I will get in touch with Natalie and let her know that she has the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And again, I want to thank y'all for just being here for the reading. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all be careful tonight. Love and light to you too, and each and every one of you. Enjoy your night. Be safe. Sweet dreams. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to try to get a case uploaded tonight so we can go ahead and do a live on it tomorrow. If I don't get it uploaded tonight, I think I'm going to upload it in the afternoon, and then we'll do a live on it tomorrow. Because I would like to do something on the floor and record. I haven't done that in a while. But love to each and every one of you. Good night. I said, and I will see y'all, like I said, tomorrow. So again, y'all take care. Y'all be safe, and love and light to each and every single one of you. Thank y'all for being here. And I will see y'all soon. Bye.